Hi there. I'm Sam, I'm a project manager at the If You Care Share Foundation. We're a northeast suicide prevention and bereavement support charity that supports people across the region, and to date we've been lucky enough to support 5,000 people that have unfortunately faced similar circumstances to how we started. We were set up by a family who unfortunately lost their brother and son to suicide in 2005, and over the last 10-15 years we've been trying to prevent suicide. So we initially got in touch with Excelpoint around 2016-2017, and that was in response to, unfortunately, our growing support service. We found at that time our paper filing cabinet systems had run out of room, unfortunately, and that was due to the number of people we were supporting. And quite frankly, we needed a better process and to move away from some of the manual processes that we're having to do on a daily basis. So we consulted the experts at Excelpoint to hopefully build a system that would allow us to create a custom case management system and allow us to develop that. So we looked at a few options when kind of trying to decide our next steps to move to a digital system and what that would look like for our charity. Now, If You Care Share were the first charity in the UK to kind of offer suicide-specific bereavement support services and develop those processes. So what that meant is that there was not an off-the-shelf solution that we were able to purchase, and we had to build everything for ourselves. Now, we could have gone down a completely bespoke route and getting in dedicated software to do that. What we found though over time is that would be inflexible, but then also this high setup cost of that for a small and growing charity was simply unmanageable, not something that we were able to commit to and execute fully. So that's why we looked at the no-code solution as a tool and resources that we could develop over time and implement fully to grow with our needs. So with our paper-based system that we had in place at the time, obviously there's a number of risks associated with that, not at least the fire risks of kind of the whole loss of data and not having it duplicated anywhere. So that's something that we had to address straight away when dealing with really sensitive data about people and their loved ones that they've lost. It's not something that we ever want to get wrong, because we know the impact and trauma of the people we're able to support and what they're already going through. So we needed a reliable system that we were kind of able to use and we know would work from the get-go. So we came back to Excelpoint with that brief, and they were able to help us build that system for those individuals, which would take us on an internal journey to showcase their support network and what we were able to do alongside them and through their bereavement and their loss journey. But also the added benefit of that was that we were able to build a system that could demonstrate to our funders of our services that the impact we were having collectively. So yes, we provide an impact on a case-by-case basis, but also what were we doing with the wider regions to be able to show impact on a local, regional and national scale, and also reporting on real-time trends of suicide prevention efforts and how that would fit in with national strategies. So there's been a myriad of benefits that we've seen from using Excelpoint system. One that immediately springs to mind is, again, going back to the paper-based system. A support person's journey might end up looking fairly chunky in a file once you add all of their kind of support notes and everything that we've been able to work through that person with. That's kind of been condensed into a 1-2 page document now, which can be easily shared with external agencies where required. So for example, when a family loses their loved one, you might have engagement from the police services or the coroners. We can easily prepare files which are really accessible to those and really speed up our own processes, but speed up their processes in getting the person the right support in a timely and appropriate manner. So as we went from a small charity to kind of a medium-sized charity, Excelpoint grew with us on that journey as well. So we knew when we were developing the system, myself as a builder and kind of having some experience in developing how the system looks from an admin perspective, I knew I could ring up the team at Excelpoint and get their support and have changes made, often within the same day, and they'd always be on hand to guide me on how I could achieve what I was looking to do, at the very least on there and then whenever I had to ring up. I think For anyone looking to go on the digital transformation journey, the most important thing they can do is make sure that they're bringing their staff and the team that are using the software with them on that process with them. It's one of the key challenges that you might face, is that I can have an idea, but if the rest of my team isn't behind that or doesn't know what's going on, it is quite quickly going to fall flat and not be implemented in the most efficient or effective way. So for anyone considering this, make sure you bring your whole team on that process and really get to understand what their needs and challenges are, and not just what you think their needs and challenges are. And for that, I can't fault Excelpoint's guidance and support on what we've been able to achieve.